So we are into September, in our third month in Belize. This is our schoolroom. Hello, baby. Tyler's building the outhouse, more permanent one, because we just got a temporary one there. And he's finished framing in the kitchen. Our corn is coming along nicely. And our chickens are growing nicely. And kind of slowed things down a little bit. We were sick for over a week, so.
Here, Mom.
Nice work, Jess. That's the map of the property.
Yeah.
You wrote Diveway. Diveway.
Driveway, haha. It's a driveway.
Got some flowers planted. Just planted some grass so that we have grass instead of mud. But the fire ants are taking away my seeds, so gotta get some poison for them. Oh, and we got some sheep too. So we were thinking with the sheep that they would keep our grass down, because you don't want to have tall grass everywhere, because you don't want to have snakes. So they're good little lawn mowers. So we have a movable pen here for them. And then one of them is pregnant, so after she gives birth, then we can maybe milk her, or else get some dairy goats and milk them. Still is pretty warm. It rained last night, so it's a little bit cooler, but it's been pretty humid and hot. We tried to dig a hole to build a outhouse, because we've just been using a composting toilet. And with the big rainfall last night, half of it caved in. So we decided that wasn't such a good idea unless we wanted to brick it all the way down, and that was kind of a waste of bricks. So we're going to keep going with the composting toilet idea. And eventually, Tyler's been doing some research about trapping methane and using it to as a cooking fuel. So we'll see how that experiment works. Got some fruit trees here and some cassava planted. It's coming up. And been trying to help our neighbors as much as we're helping ourselves. We've had neighbors helping us as well, so it's good. Don't want to just work here and foolishly just build up for ourselves, because we've already seen that what you build up on Earth can be destroyed by fire and rust and moth and floods and things like that. It's what you build up in heaven, treasures in heaven, by looking after your neighbors and the poor, and that's the things that remain. Building up people around you, not things. Doesn't matter where you are, you can always help others. Doesn't matter how rich you are or how poor you are, you can always help others. In fact, we found that the most generous people often are the poorest people. Rich people don't want to be parted from their riches. Comfortable people don't want to be parted from their comfort. We all are a little bit selfish in that regard, that we just want to be comfortable. But here's my little vegetable garden. Some friends gave me some oregano plants, so I planted those. Just transplanted, just gave me some cuttings. I've got some cabbage planted. It's a little row, and some broad beans. My onion and tomato seeds were non-GMO, and the fire ants quickly took them away. My cilantro and pepper seeds, on the other hand, were covered in poison, and so the fire ants didn't take them. Got some pumpkins here, and then the boys have their little garden up here. Looks like the fire ants took a lot of their stuff too. I had some tomatoes in another spot come up as volunteers, so I'm going to try and move those into this garden. This garden seems to have shade most of the day, which is good, because then I don't have to worry too much about watering. So it gets really dry. No, I didn't get an egg yet. Jesse is the chicken man. He takes care of the chickens. They're kind of his pets. Oh, there's an egg over here, Jesse. Outside the pen. That's where they like to lay them.